in Rajat Sethi, now political analyst, joins us. Rashid Kidwai, author and political analyst, joins us. We have Dr. Prakash Paswan, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Mahima Singh representing the Congress, and Professor Subodh Mehta representing the RJD. Dr. Prakash Paswan, it clearly appears that there will be no introspection. Only thing that will be going ahead is vote ki chori.
No, after listening to senior leader Pappu Yadav ji, we have realized that the Congress party is definitely not going to take the introspection path. अभी जिस प्रकार की बातों को वो कह रहे थे, had you given me a chance, I would have taken it bit by bit. Be it about industry, चीनी मिल की बात कर रहे थे, IIT, IIM, ethanol production. I think this is something which we need to talk about. But the entire conversation that Pappu Yadav, who I again say is a senior leader, said, they're not talking about any sort of Atmantan, what they need to do now. Because the entire discussion, the entire political discourse surrounding the Mahagatbandhan was exactly about minority appeasement. And yesterday, Honorable Prime Minister sufficiently explained that. When he said that Muslimin, Maowadi, Congress party, you see two incidents, Maria, that is very critical with respect to Bihar Vidhan Sabha this time. Lalu Yadav denied the ticket to the son of a socialist icon who gave political patronage to Lalu Yadav. Sharad Yadav, the flag bearer of Mandal Commission, the person who ensured that Mandal Commission recommendations are followed, his son was denied a ticket. But in his place, whose son was given a ticket? Son of Mr. Shahabuddin. Osama was given a ticket in place of son of a socialist icon, Sharad Yadav. Number one. Number two, very prestigious seat of Goda Bodam in Darbhanga, where Mukesh Sahni's brother was contesting. His symbol was taken back, his symbol was withdrawn, and another Muslim candidate was given there. So when Honorable Prime Minister says that the Congress party has delved deep into the politics of appeasement, before that, we knew it is going to be social justice. But the Congress party, the entire India Alliance leadership, the entire Mahagatbandhan leadership in Bihar has clarified this time that this is going to be appeasement for them. Social justice is going to be the back burner, but the only exclusive domain, the only exclusive politics of Mahagatbandhan this time in Bihar is of minority appeasement, which we need to understand. And this is one of the prime reasons of their defeat. They are decimated
Professor
now.
Subodh Mehta, it's split wide open in the Mahagatbandhan and also tensions within your party, the RJD. For Rohini Acharya to put out that tweet where she is not only quitting politics but also distancing herself from the family is a huge thing. What is really happening?
Maria, look, before I come to your question on, Rohini, the first I would like to comment on the Prime Minister and what Guru Prakash is talking about. Our Prime Minister is doing very aggressive and very divisive politics. His words, look to his words, Namdar, Urban Naxal, and now Muslim Maowadi League. These are the words is targeted against the opposition and especially the Congress party. The opposition party.
Professor Mehta, please respond to my question.
Now, coming to your question, you are not allowing me to speak. Coming to your question directly, I totally disagree with what you are showing on the television or is coming in the social media. Let Rohini ji come in front, and if she has said anything, then she will definitely be coming.
She has already tweeted. She has already tweeted.
Yes,
the differences are out in the public domain. So this is washing
Maria
of dirty
ji,
linens which is happening in the public domain. So you
Maria
can't say
ji,
that there is
I know
nothing.
that.
There's nothing left to be said here.
Let me speak now. I have seen the tweet. Who is running the tweet on her account and what it is happening. Let her speak and let her come to the camera. Now looking to the larger aspect of Rohini Acharya and everything, I think this is again maybe an intention of somebody else who is trying to malign her. Let her speak first.
Then you please get your house in order. Don't come up with these excuses a day after the elections. You have not done introspection. You are blaming election commission.
Maria ji,
I've seen the entire battle play out. Professor Subodh Mehta, it's high time the opposition realizes where they are going wrong. Let me bring in Rajat Sethi and Rashid Kidwai now. Rajat Sethi,
now you have not given me an opportunity to
you
speak
will not
my
get
mind.
time because you are not making the right point here. Rajat Sethi and Rashid Kidwai, please, on the screen. Rajat, the question is that there was some meeting which was held by Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress chief, in which there were other leaders, including the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, who was in attendance. But But the narrative is that the election is not free and fair. On the ground, you were not seen to be working. Then why blame the election commission? Blame the people of Bihar next.
Just wait for it, and you will see the people of Bihar will eventually be blamed. They will identify certain sweeties in Bihar and say that, see, 20 times sweetie has voted, how can we win the election? That's the lame excuses they will come up with. By the way, they have 45 days. If there is any fraud that they detected during the election, let me tell it to the Congress party through your channel. You have 45 days. Follow the goddamn process. Okay? You are not living in a kingdom where you are an anointed prince or a king. Follow the rules that every citizen has to follow. By the election commission guidelines, you have those 45 days, unearth any fraud and take it to the courts, take it to the election commission. Don't make sweeping statements which have zero meaning, because all you're doing is presenting these platitudes without an iota of evidence whatsoever. I'm hearing today on Twitter, there are a bunch of these advisors who have never contested election, who can never win a single election in their lifetimes. Now they are saying that Congress party and the entire opposition should resign en masse and should boycott elections. They want to take the Khalida Zia route in Bangladesh. They have figured out a model that's perhaps the best way. Now the entire public of this country, election after election, is anyway boycotting them. Let them sit in the opposition. I'm telling you, nothing will happen to this country. Nobody will come out on the streets. Not even their own party workers will hit the street. Let me tell you, if they want to take the suicidal path, we are more than happy, and they are welcome to actually go out and deprive of all the these allegations that they keep doing all around and keep finding punching bags throughout the election cycle. We'll be very happy if we don't get to hear any of those. Come on, this cannot be. How sore can you be as a loser? How sore? Every single writing on the wall was clear and evident that whatever you were doing throughout the election cycle was patently wrong, wrong strategy making, wrong ticketing,
Yes.
everything wrong. And then
Mahima,
it's like a
Mahima,
garbage in, garbage out. You
Let's
can't
be
expect.
clear. As someone who was on the ground and reporting from the ground, it was evident that SIR was not an issue on which the vote would be cast. At best, it was a voter awareness yatra. Why blame the people of Bihar for not voting for you? You were not presenting an alternative to them.
Jai Hind. Maria, if you, the BJP spokesperson on your show, the BJP supporter on your show are to be believed, then why is Miss Nirmala Sitharaman's husband, Shri Parkala Prabhakar, saying that now BJP, after having Mahila Morcha, Yuva Morcha, also has an election Morcha? Then why, Maria, were 4 special trains run from Haryana to Bihar between the 3rd of November and the 10th of November? Then why, Maria, was model code of conduct was flouted by the BJP in broad daylight, by the NDA in broad daylight, and not a single eyebrow rose? Why was RJD's complaint not answered, not acknowledged by the Election Commission?
Which complaint?
Why? The RJD had complained during the election about the model code of conduct being flouted. Why, Maria, then in that case, the SIR, the discrepancies there were not acknowledged by the election?
No, ma'am.
of India
No, ma'am.
also?
You had enough
Allow
time.
me to
Let's be
complete.
clear. You are
Allow
coming
me
up
to
with all the
complete,
points
Maria.
which... No, ma'am.
Maria,
All that
allow me
point
to
is
complete.
for
This
Guru
will not
Prakash Paswan
happen
to
at your
respond.
whims and fancies. It is your show. Thank you for
Okay, go
inviting
ahead.
me. But
Go
give me
ahead.
my fair chance. Give me my fair chance. Now, Maria, another question, very vital, rises here. Why Mr. Gyanesh Kumar, the CEC, declared Bihar voters to be 7.42 crores right ahead of the election, and now when the result is declared, it is 7.45 crores. Where has those? Where has this 3 lakh? Where have these voters come from? Why are these questions not bothering you or any well-thinking
No, because
person,
I'll
citizen?
tell you, ma'am. I'll tell you why it's not bothering me. Because
Spokesperson,
as a
the
reporter
BJP
on the ground, I did not see any resonance for the Congress party. I did not
We
see
did.
any resonance or the
Maria,
issues
we were also
resonating
on the
with people
ground.
on the ground. I did not see it on the
Maria,
ground, so I will not be buying into your theory. But yes, please go
Maria,
ahead.
you
Guru
were not
Prakash
alone on the
Paswan, please
ground.
respond. Please
You
go ahead.
were
Guru
not
Prakash
alone on
Paswan.
the ground. We were all
Guru
on the
Prakash
ground.
Paswan.
Our people were on the
Yes.
ground.
Maria,
Guru Prakash Paswan.
Maria, I think I think we have heard her sufficiently. So, see, did you hear Mr. Pappu Yadav complain about the SIR process? Absolutely not. Mr. Pappu Yadav have been on the ground and like you said and acknowledged कि सर आप अपने दम पे जीतते रहते हैं. The Delhi-based leaders, the Delhi-based establishment of the Congress party, the entitled, the privileged and the dynast ones. Mr. Pawan Khera 6 महीने में एक बार आते हैं, होटल ताज में रहते और चले जाते हैं. ये सब के सब जितने कांग्रेस के दिल्ली आधारित नेता हैं, ये उनका नैरेटिव था. The fake narrative, the false propaganda around Supreme Court, around SIR process was manufactured by the Delhi-based Congress intellectuals. You have to realize this. As far as SIR is concerned, Maria, we have faith in the Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court of India on multiple occasions said, SIR Rahul Gandhi ji ke parnana ke samay hua. SIR Rahul Gandhi ji ke पिताजी के समय हुआ. SIR Rahul Gandhi ji के दादी के समय हुआ. SIR is a regular, constitutional, legal, transparent process. For God's sake, I think Congress party needs to have leaders on the ground. You need to have ear on the ground.
Okay, Rashid
you need to
Kidwai.
have
Rashid
perspective
Kidwai,
from the ground.
as someone
Mr. Krishna
who has-
Alavru, who is apparently a Wharton.
Absolutely.
No, Mr. Krishna.
I'm going to speak about Krishna Alavru
Alavru.
as well.
Krishna.
About the
Kidwai,
But
what is
let
that?
me bring in
But
Rashid
Mr.
Kidwai.
Amit Shah was saying,
Rashid
no,
Kidwai.
allow me
Rashid
a
Kidwai
rebuttal.
will speak now.
You have to
Rashid
hear
Kidwai,
Wharton,
Rashid
Krishna
Kidwai
Alav-
on the screen. Rashid, the question really is that is the Congress knocking at wrong doors? Because the reality is, Rashid, SIR was not an issue on the ground. After Vote Adhikar Yatra, Tejasvi Yadav carried out Bihar Adhikar Yatra and then he spoke about jobs. He understood SIR was not an issue. That's why it was not even mentioned in their joint manifesto. Then came what? Soon after the announcement of the Model Code of Conduct, did any rallies happen? Did any consultation happen? For 10 days, there was no political activity on the part of Mahagatbandhan.
Maria, we must understand election is a complex phenomena. You've been on the ground, so you know it is very. There are a lot of factors they get in. Remember, this was also election that took place after Operation Sindoor and after the government of India's tussle at the foreign affairs manner with Donald Trump, and this is a reflection of a lot of factors that were there. Now you see, the elections should be conducted in free and fair manner. I think if there is any mandate of any nature, that would not mean, we have first passed the post system. That does not mean that it is an endorsement or rejection of that issue. So we must have, free and fair elections. And if a political party is raising, it is for the election commission to appoint a sort of inquiry, form a committee,
Then they
etc.
should actually
Now,
approach the election commission and say that there
Absolutely.
is a fraud.
Absolutely. At the same
One,
time-
and second, Rashid, because
And more
when the final
substantively-
list, when the list was prepared after the deletion, it was put out by the election commission. Did any of the parties file an affidavit that the names were deleted? That is my question first.
So,
Second,
yeah, all these
after
factors
one
will be
moment,
there.
because I've covered this election very closely and I followed the entire SIR exercise and the petitions that were challenged in the Supreme Court as well. That's why I'm raising these questions.
No, Maria, you are right,
Second,
but I think it is-
Rashid, one moment.
Yeah.
I have another question, please.
Yeah.
Second, when the first phase of election happened, I'm sure all these political parties in Mahagatbandhan had their booth representatives. Could they find a single voter whose name was not there in the list and he was a legitimate voter? For 4 days, there's a gap of the first phase is on 6th, the next phase is on 11th. 4 days gap, what happens? Is there a single voter in Bihar who's not given a right to exercise his vote despite of his name, despite of him being a legitimate voter? Come on, what are we talking about here?
Maria, I'm making a limited point that, it was a fierce electoral contest. Political parties and formations, had their sort of vote percentage, and that is not a great, qualitative change. It is just that the outcome has been very different and perhaps a shocker for the opposition in the sense the quantum of defeat. But my friend, what Rajat Sethi was saying is, I think, is highly inappropriate and uncalled for. To say that the opposition should not contest if they don't have variety. See, the opposition, Maria, let me remind, the Congress's opposition was also in opposition for decades. And they also had a tie-up, I remember VP Singh government was supported by both the left
Rajat
and
Sethi.
the Bharatiya Janata
Rajat
Party.
Sethi, a quick
That
response
doesn't
and then
mean
I'll give the last
the
word to
Prime
Mahima
Minister
Singh.
makes a fun of
Yes, go
other
ahead.
formations.
Rashid ji,
Rajat Sethi.
respectfully, Respectfully, I said that people who are the so-called advisors of the Congress are advising them not to contest. I, by all means, would be very happy that at least this tamasha will stop. Please don't contest for the next 10 years. Nothing will happen to this country. We'll be similar as a nation. There'll be a lot of regional parties which will emerge. Let Congress party take a break. Take a break for 10 years, then come back. Follow the Khalida Zia model as one of your principal advisors is trying to suggest to you. See, come on, there has to be some way in which you need to appreciate the mandate. You're not sitting in those countries where peaceful transition of power does not happen. This is not sub-Saharan Africa, or this is not Pakistan, Afghanistan kind of a country. Everybody is cognizant and aware. Our democracy runs in our vessels. It's not so easy to snatch away the right of a voter that easily.
Mahima, the time is there for the Congress to introspect. Why indulge in blame game? There are important 5 elections coming up next year. Get your house in order, come up with a strategy and play on the field rather than indulge in this kind of punching bag strategy.
Thank you, but no thank you, Maria. I would have been happy if you for once told the BJP ahead of Lok Sabha elections that why freeze the accounts of your principal opposition party. I would be happy if you questioned the BJP why were those 4 special trains run. I would have been happy if you would have questioned the BJP why has the election machinery been demolished in this country piece by piece in collusion with their sycophants occupying the chairs in the election commission, the top chairs. So you see, Maria, all your questions are misplaced. Your priorities probably.
So now I'm the punching bag. Guru,
No.
Throughout the entire SIR exercise, all the questions that I've raised on the election commission, all the election commission questions that I've raised has been brushed under the carpet because this is the convenient way now. Convenient way, very convenient way.
The reasonable questions, Maria. That is what concerns us.
Very convenient way. Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, 30 seconds. When I was raising questions on the functioning of the constitutional institution like the Election Commission, then you did not have an issue. Today I am saying that you have to get your house in order, then you are having an issue. Please go ahead, Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan.
No, Maria, this is exactly the problem. You and I both, we belong to Bihar and we have seen the glory and the decay of Sadakat Ashram. The Sadakat Ashram is the Congress party headquarters. गंगा के किनारे वो ऑफिस है और आज वो अपने पुराने ग्लोरी में ही जी रहा है. The Congress party need to rethink, the Congress party need to innovate, the Congress party need to energize their ground cadres. Because I, for one, we believe that the Congress party has a presence in about every district of the country, but the leadership has stopped reimagining. The leadership has stopped talking about themselves. The leadership is generally going about what Mr. Rahul Gandhi is saying upwards. The politics in Bihar, in a state like Bihar, which is a very politically conscious state, you think as a Bihari, as a conscious Bihari, anyone can disenfranchise me and I'll just stay silent. This is not any other state. I mean, respect to the political consciousness of the other states as well, but Bihar is highly political conscious. आप बिहार के लोगों को disenfranchise कर दोगे और बिहार में क्रांति नहीं होगी. This is unbelievable. This is unimaginable. Bihar is a seat where the first voice of resistance against emergency also started. So I think ये बिहार के विवेक पे.
Dr. Prakash Paswan, Rashid, Kidwai and Rajat Sethi, thank you for joining us. Let's not forget that this is a mandate for the NDA. High time the opposition, the Mahagatbandhan realizes that they did not get it right, that their political calculation did not work. They could have expanded their social base. That did not happen. Of course, their vote share is similar to 2020, but could they have got their strategy right? They have not. Let's be clear. A mandate similar to 2010 for a chief minister who has been in office for 20 years. Imagine what the message that is coming in from the voters of Bihar.